In October of 1877, a man by the name of Duncan Kenner founded the Louisiana Sugar Producers Association and got the 200 largest sugar plantations to agree to withhold 80% of wages until the end of the growing season to assure workers couldn't leave until the work was done. With the collapse of Reconstruction, these farms were run by predominantly black farm workers who had few other options. They would find themselves with not only their wages cut, but in some cases being given no wages at all and instead being paid in tickets that were only redeemable at company stores. This drove the workers into debt so deeply that functionally they could be forced to continue working without pay. By 1887, the circumstances were so dire that the black farm workers reached out to the Knights of Labor, who helped them organize a strike for 3 weeks starting in November, a critical time during the harvest and processing season. The owners of the plantations reached out to Governor Samuel Douglas McHenry for assistance. McHenry reportedly said, quote, "God Almighty has himself drawn the color line." The governor dispatched 10 infantry companies and an artillery company from the state militia to St. Mary's Parish to protect strikebreakers. As many as 20 people were hurt or killed in this instance. Much of the black community retreated to the town of Thibodaux to continue the strikes and hoped that they would have safety in numbers. But this hope was misguided. On October 21st, after the shooting of 2 black men, a white militia led by a former Confederate ordered the entrances of the city to be blocked, and then the shooting began. The Daily Pelican reported, quote, "6 killed and 5 wounded is what the daily papers here say, but from an eyewitness to the whole transaction, we learned that no less than 35, fully 30 Negroes have sacrificed their lives on the riot on Wednesday. Negroes were killed outright, lame men and blind men shot. Children and hoary-headed grandsires ruthlessly swept down. The Negroes offered no resistance, they could not, as the killing was unexpected. Those of them not killed took to the woods, a majority of them finding refuge in the city." There was no subsequent federal investigation or any consequences for anyone involved in the killings. In fact, one of the participants, named Andrew Price, was elected to Congress in 1889 and served for 8 years. This ended not just the plantation strike, but more or less all black farm labor organizing in the South at the time. History is awkward.